No rain?
No.
It all went
We need rain bad.
bad.
Welcome, everyone.
Died about a year and a half ago, a year ago.
Before we get started, let me read our little intro here. As a recipient of federal funds and in support of Lawrenceburg's efforts to ensure non-discrimination and equal access to all citizens, the city gathers statistical data regarding participants in city activities. Therefore, we have provided a voluntary Title VI public involvement survey at this meeting. You are not required to complete this survey. The form is anonymous and will be used solely for the purpose of monitoring our compliance with Title VI and ADA. The survey is in the back room in the corner if you so desire to fill one out. And with that, I would like to call to order the Lawrenceburg Board of Works meeting for July the 5th, 2022. Can I get a roll call, Mr. Fetty?
Yes, you can. Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements. I don't have any for this particular meeting, guys, unless you gentlemen do.
I have none.
there.
Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the meetings of the previous minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second it, Mayor.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. I have no new business for tonight's meeting. I do have a agenda item for old business that didn't make it onto the agenda, and I apologize for that. If you remember back in March, we bid a couple of refuse sanitation bids, and we filled one of those, and we had an MOU with the union to allow us to wait until on or after June 30th to fill the second one. And that time has come, so Mrs. Jenny Felix would like to post that bid tomorrow for that second position. Any questions about that, guys?
I have none, Mayor.
None.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to give Jenny Felix the authority to post that bid tomorrow.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims for this meeting.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank
That
you.
might be a record.
I was gonna say, that's pretty quick.
And I was present.
Yeah.
I heard it the last time. I was watching it.
You did hear that, didn't you?
Yes, I was watching it. I was YouTubing it.
Hear you. Nothing gets by Tommy.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right, I'd like to call to order the Lawrenceburg Utility Board meeting for July the 5th, 2022, with a roll call, Mr. Fetty.
All right, we got Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
And we got Member Justin Noppert.
Sir.
Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Member Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Member Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
We got Utility Director Billy Kennett.
Here.
We got President Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Any announcements, Mr. Kennett?
No, sir.
All righty. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business, Director Kennett, pool trailer purchase.
Yeah, so this is an item that's on the capital budget. We had $45,000 in the capital budget based on a previous quote that we had. We put together the specs that we wanted in a pole trailer and sent it out for bids and received 3 proposals for the pole trailer, and the 3 bids, Alltech Supply came in at $28,012. Brooks Brothers came in at $29,088, and utility truck equipment came in at $32,135. We're recommending that we go with the lowest proposal price, which was the All-Tech at $28,012.
Okay, any questions? If no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve the recommendation of Director Kennett on the pool trailer purchase through the company's name of All-Tech for $28,012.
So moved, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Utilities receipt tax adjustment.
I'm gonna defer my time to Dell on this one.
Thank you, Mr. Kennett. So this year in effective, it was passed during this legislative session, and of course, all the laws go into effect on July 1st. Billy and his team have been doing incredible work to get caught up. It's a very short window for a project significant as this, but the Indiana State Legislature eliminated through legislative action the utilities receipts tax. So that's a tax that we charge our customers, and then we pay up to the state for electric and water. That will be eliminated completely. And so to implement that and to be in accordance with the wishes of the folks in Indianapolis, we would like the approval of the Utility Service Board to make the percentage adjustment immediately, which only means that we'll immediately have NISC adjust that in the system. Then it'll go through the next billing cycle and it'll be reflected on their August bill. Is that correct, Mr. Kennett?
Yes.
But we need to do that now and in order to have it roll out in August. Part of our requirements are for the first 2 monthly bills that we show on the bill that the percentage savings has occurred, and we're going to do that. We're also going, with Guinevere's help, we're going to advertise that, post that to the public, that there will be a reduction in everyone's electric and water bills, and then we will retroactively publish this and do a public hearing. So I was at a conference with Accelerate Indiana Municipalities last week. All of the utility companies and all of the accounting companies and even the IURC have all kind of scrambled together to find some kind of uniform agreement on how this works. A lot of municipalities are just doing it without any vote at all, which most people think is okay. And then the other extreme is to just say, okay, well, generically with any kind of change in rates, you do publication and a public hearing. And so one of the concepts I think is best for us is to do both. So go ahead and give Billy the go ahead tonight to go ahead and implement this, get it rolled out, get the billing system adjusted, and then we'll also publish it and have a public hearing. That way we're checking all the boxes, and I think that's the best thing to do in a situation like this. This is a rate decrease, so if it was a rate increase, of course we would have publication and a public hearing, but even a rate decrease, the statute doesn't make a distinction. So we'll publish it, we'll have a public hearing. No one's going to complain about a rate decrease. We're happy to be able to pass that through to our customers. But I would ask for a vote tonight to authorize Billy and his team to go ahead and make that adjustment so that the computer system can go ahead and process it for the August bill.
Questions.
Yes, sir.
First question would be, where will the ratepayers see this reduction? Will it be in the state tax? Like, for instance, there's my bill. So I have that much money. So is that where that reduction's coming from? Where will they see the reduction?
It will be, so the general percentage that has been eliminated will be marked conspicuously on the bill
2.13.
and also in the materials. As far as, and Billy, not to put you on the spot, but may I show this to Mr. Kennett? If you know, and I don't have the answer, and Billy might not either, will it show up directly in one of those enumerated spaces? We've got Mr. Roulette's
Yeah,
actual bill.
It's in the state tax
Okay.
portion, so it'll be a portion of the state tax. So there's a couple of different state taxes that make up that one line item. This is a part of that.
Okay, I wondered that. That's why I brought that.
It won't
Okay.
go
What
away
is the-
entirely, and when you have state taxes on your bill, that means we're collecting it from you, but then we're passing it back up to the state, so we don't keep that anyway, but it will be a reduction for the customer, for all customers.
What is the percentage reduction?
Well, let me preface this. Folks, it's not gonna be very significant.
No, it's
I would,
not.
I would mention the numbers.
It's gonna be pennies.
Yeah.
It's pennies, actually. It really is.
Yeah, I mean.
This was something they did at the legislature last session to show that they cut taxes. That's my opinion. I don't know but it's pennies. It's actually pennies. It's not dollars.
The second,
I'll give the
average on the electric.
So
Go ahead, Bill.
the study that we had done,
I just don't want to get the wrong idea.
it's $2.13, the average residential bill, it's $2.13.
or just the electric.
And 30 cents on the water.
Okay, 'cause I-
213 pennies.
That would be my second question, because we got two different letters, and the other one was pertaining to the water as well.
Yeah.
So it will be 213 on the water, or electric, and 30 cents on the water.
That's the average savings for that.
That's an average
Average,
savings.
for an average bill.
Somebody's could be less or more.
Yeah, right, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, that's all I have.
Yeah.
But anything is better than
Any,
nothing.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm glad it can be lowered instead of
Better than a raise.
better than a raise
Right.
at this point.
That's all I have, Mayor.
No
Yeah,
problem.
thank you.
Anything else, Dell, around
I would just ask for a vote to,
initiating it?
yes, sir.
Okay, if no other questions, I'd entertain a motion to allow Director Kennett to initiate the utilities receipt tax adjustment with the billing group that NISC, I think is who you be initiating that with?
Correct.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion, Mayor.
Oh, don't matter.
Motion, Brett. Second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item, Director Kennett, is the IMPA engineering proposal for AEP pool contracts.
Yeah, so AEP is putting a fiber line in, down State Route 50, up Bilby Road, around Pribble Circle, and, down Pribble Road, pretty close to where the old, tower site was there on Pribble. And, it's a pretty significant, project, and we do have some clearance issues on some of the poles through there. And so this proposal is reaching out to IMPA and their engineering department to come in and look at those poles and study the clearances and study the loads that this new fiber line will put on the poles, just to make sure that the poles stay structurally sound once these, once this fiber line is added. The proposal amount for the engineering is $16,500. AEP would pay this up front, and any pole replacements or anything that we have to do on this line to accommodate AEP will eventually pay. So for the upgrades. This proposal is just to do the engineering, to study the poles and the clearances and the loads. And then once that's finished, then we'll make a recommendation of what needs to be done. We'll put together a project, we'll go out for bid to receive proposals for it. But this is just to start the engineering process.
That's 16,500?
Yes.
Okay. Questions for Director Kennett? If not, I'll entertain a motion to go forward with the IMPA engineering proposal for the pool contracts in the amount of $16,500.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, guys. Depreciation entries. Is this you, Billy, or is this?
Yeah, I'm gonna defer my time with Mark.
Okay.
I'll be a lot quicker than Billy. Back in 2019, the utilities, they changed their accounting software. I think most of you are aware of that. But when they did this, they had like a 3 or 4 month period where they didn't really do any of the depreciation. And what they did is they just made estimates back there. In your handouts, you'll notice that the estimates that they had for each one, and And of course, if you look underneath of it, those were the actual numbers that each of the individual assets should have been depreciated. So it's really not a whole lot of difference right there, but in our accounting software and our asset management, we want to make sure that all the assets are accounted for and depreciated correctly. That way, our books and our general ledger and everything is correct. So we just want to kind of, it's a small adjustment, but we just want to make the utility board aware of this and just to let them know we're going to do it and maybe just get an approval to go ahead and do it.
Okay. Questions for Mr. Fetty, or? If not, I think you just want a motion to.
Yeah, just say,
To
yeah.
make those adjustments? Okay.
Yes.
So I entertain a motion to allow the clerk treasurer's office to do the depreciation adjustments for the utility department.
So move, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, next item is an application form, interconnection agreement for solar.
Yeah, so currently we have let me back up before I start that. We currently do not have any solar on our system. We do have a net metering tariff, but we don't have any solar installations at this time. We've had quite a bit of interest since I've been here, and I know in previous years as well. We do have a customer that looks like they're going to go forward with a solar installation. We've done research in the best way to accommodate this, and IMPA has a solar program that what will happen is with the tantalus meters that we're installing, it's a two-way meter. So it reads the electricity is being pulled off of our system, but it also reads the electricity that would be put on the system. So it's a two-way meter. And IMPA has a program where if the customer produces enough power that they're putting electric back on our system, IMPA will pay them. They'll read that meter monthly, and IMPA will pay them for any electricity they put back on the system. What that means for us is we are still business as usual. So anything that customer pulls off of our system, we bill them like we normally would for any electricity that they use. So after reviewing that IMPA program, we really like that. We feel that's the best way to go. And so we worked with IMPA to put together the documents. So what we have tonight is an ordinance and an application form and an interconnection agreement. These are all LMU documents. There would be another interconnection agreement with IMPA with the customer as well that they would have to do. So Del, I'll let you kind of build on this as far as the ordinance, the application form. I just wanted to give a general overview.
No, that's perfect, Mr. Kennett. And for some reason, I thought the application fee was different. Could you just take a gander at that?
So what we did with the application fee, the recommendation from IMPA. Oh, yeah.
Because we have,
This-
I thought it was 400, because we have costs, right, associated
Yeah,
with it.
no, we increased that. It was either 700 or 900. I'm
Okay.
not sure how that got in there.
Yeah.
The 100's
Like-
not correct.
That's
No,
right.
So this is a recommendation that IMPA made. What we'll be doing as a part of this, IMPA will come down and do the inspection before the solar system is put online. And so we wanted additional fees in there for that.
We're gonna have to, we'll be charged by IMPA to do those inspections on those systems then?
And we added that value into that
Amount.
application fee number. So I'll have to look that up here real quick to
See what that
see
fee
what
is.
that is.
Thank you.
Is that the primary cost associated with that as the inspection from IMPA?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that something that's standard across the board? I mean, obviously you don't want to inhibit this, by de-incentivizing it through higher costs. I'm just, this is an IMPA program, right?
Yes.
So,
Well, as far as the payment of any electric that comes back on the grid from the solar system
The payment would come directly from IMPA back to the
to
customer.
the customer.
right.
Yeah. And whenever you're activating a solar system or a generator or anything, you got to make sure that they have the proper disconnects so that, and that it meshes in with the system properly. And that's what IMPA will do for us. They'll come down and just go through everything, make sure the proper disconnects are in, make sure everything is set up properly.
That would have been a question of mine on the safeguarding of that. So they actually do that.
Yeah.
Good deal.
And
I wondered
IMPA has
that.
a great deal of solar, big solar fields like industrial solar fields. So they know solar inside and out, where we don't have any solar. I'm certainly not an expert by any means, nor is anyone within the electric department. So that's the reason we're reaching out to IMPA and saying, come in, make sure everything's right before we authorize it
Good
to
deal.
be connected.
So this is anything that would be connected in with the grid, not just this couple panels to supplement something that's kind of separate from our grid?
Yeah, in this case, it's, I think it was like a 22 or 23 kW solar system that was being put in, which they should have the capacity to feed their whole house, plus put some back on the grid. It depends on the sun location and, how much.
It takes a lot of panels around here. We just don't have that many sunny days.
Yeah.
Although it feels a little different now this summer, but.
Absolutely. So you're gonna look up that application fee?
Yeah.
And so we, as Billy stated, we did this in conjunction with IMPA, not to be confused with the IMPA we just did a contract with. Those are two different IMPAs, but they have kind of spearheaded under Raj's leadership and now moving on to being a leader in renewable energy, alternative forms of energy to supplement our traditional sources of energy. And so this is a project that is done. It'll be a city council ordinance, so USB will approve it or not approve it. But if you do approve it, it'll just be with a favorable to city council, and then you're also approving the application process, the application forms, which again, like Director Kennett said, gives us the ability to have an inspection from IMPA within the ordinance and within the agreements. Also gives us the ability for our guys to inspect the infrastructure and the equipment, make sure that it's not interfering in any way with our grid, with our equipment. No kind of big fluctuations in flow or electricity usage.
So the application form and the interconnection agreement will be part of the ordinance?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Those will be just local, those will be, non-ordinance items. The ordinance will actually permanently affect the way that we deal with our customers, and then the application documents are local to be used by Billy's team. And then, as Billy said, once a solar customer is up and running, then they make a secondary application directly to IMPA, because IMPA pays them if there's excess to the grid.
So the application form and interconnection agreement need to be passed on to council as well?
No, the USB
Okay.
would approve those two. That's,
Gotcha.
sorry, that's a great
Yep.
question, yeah. And then just the ordinance with a favorable.
Okay.
And these internal documents can be changed at any time, so always feel free to check with Director Kennett and his staff to kind of see what our customer documents say.
Okay.
Now, this ordinance will be good for the city limits and for our customers outside the city limits?
For any utility
Yeah,
customer?
that's correct.
Yeah,
Utility
same
customers.
application as our
Good point.
General Electric. That allows us to exceed the city limits.
Well, I'm gonna do this in form of two motions.
This would be number 7, ordinance 7.
Number 7.
22-7.
7. All right. First off, I'm gonna bring up is ordinance number 7-2022, which is an ordinance establishing interconnection standards for Lawrenceburg municipal utilities. What I'm gonna ask is for a vote from this board to pass it on to council with a favorable, if you so desire, or not. So whoever makes the motion, please state if it's favorable or not favorable.
I'll make favorable motion.
All right. Tony Abbott makes favorable on that.
Second that, Your Honor.
Motion to pass 7-2022 to council. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. You have that number, that
Yeah,
figure?
it was $900.
Okay. So now I'd like to get a separate motion for approval for the application form. But make note, on the application form you have in your packet, the fee is 900, not 100. So that will include that change. So what I'd like to do is get a motion to approve the application form with the change from the 900 from 100, and then also the interconnection agreement.
I'll make a motion, Mayor.
All right, motion on the floor to accept the application form with the change and interconnection agreement. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I'd like to say, very good job, Bill, bringing IMPA in. I feel a lot better, a lot safer with it.
Good.
It's a great program that IMPA's put together. So we're very happy with it.
Any other new business?
Yeah. Did you do the interconnection agreement?
Yeah.
Well, you did them both together at application.
We did the application and
My bad,
interconnection
I'm sorry.
together, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
That's all I have there.
Okay, any old business?
No, sir.
If nothing else, I'd entertain a motion to approve the claims for the utility board.
So move.
Second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn this meeting.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to call to order the city council meeting for July 5th, 2022. If everyone would stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Mr. Fetty, one more time. Roll call, please.
All right, Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Justin Noppert.
Sir.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lemmy Fryman.
Here.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
We got City Attorney Dale Wellham.
Here.
Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
All right. Okay, announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs, downtown area, Mr. Abbott.
We're good.
Streets, alleys, and curbs, Ludlow Hill, Mr. Fryman.
Real good, thank you.
Finance Department, Brett Bondurant.
No report, Mayor.
Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Noppert.
Nothing, sir.
Fire Department, Mr. Rolette.
Mayor, the only thing I would like to report is we did receive an email from Chief Tremaine saying that we were ranked number 3 on the port security grant. And they will know more in August. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's for that,
Boat.
the
Fireboat.
fireboat
Yep.
down the river, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought they felt pretty good about that. It's good. I think that's a 75%, 25% grant.
Yeah.
We only have to pay 25.
25%, correct.
Okay.
That's all I have, Mayor.
All right, no, that's great. I'd like to inform you guys, we need an executive session on Monday, July 11th, if at all possible, for you guys. I'd like to do that at 3 p.m. if you're available. Let me know ASAP if you're not. got a couple things we really need to address, so. And we'll probably follow that up with an open session in case there's a vote that needs to be made. So, we'll get those posted tomorrow unless I hear from you guys that we don't have enough or somebody's gonna be out. Okay. All right, I don't have any other really announcements tonight, other than make sure you're checking on your neighbors. It's a little warm out there. We really could use some rain. Wow, I know, it's been a while.
With Mr. Fryman being as good as he is with singing, could
Yeah.
you do like a rain dance tonight for us?
Well, I think he could handle that after the meeting.
You know what? I was gonna ask the mayor if I could get out in the street and do a little rain dance here after
I don't
bed.
think you need to go in the street, but,
I was hoping you'd help block the street.
We can give him a chance to be on the street because
I'm
we have
just
this,
saying.
we have the bicycle race coming up and we need one of the members.
we could
Be
do
on the-
that.
I think Lenny ought to do the tricycle. I'm not doing it this year,
You,
about killed me
no,
last year.
you ain't got a tricycle big enough for me.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, they're big enough.
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
Tony, I'll make.
I'll tell you what, I'll think very
Guinevere,
serious about
Lenny's
it.
in.
I'll think.
Lenny's in.
In Guinevere,
You might
no
wanna talk to the
practice.
safety
See what I
director.
go through?
Not allowed to practice.
Comp claim.
We got EMS on call.
Okay.
There'll be no dudes giving me mouth to mouth, I'm telling you right now, especially this one.
I don't think you gotta worry about
And
that.
moving on.
All right.
Somebody will have to volunteer to do that though.
He does want to.
Oh, okay.
He had told me, he'd sent me an email months ago
All right.
wanting to do that.
Did you forward that email to me,
That's
please?
false,
Thank you.
that's false information.
He likes it. In fact, if any one of you, anybody else wants to do it, any of you, we'll find you a spot. We will find you a spot. So
You're.
let Guinevere know. We'll have a couple heats if we have to. It's always fun. All right, new business, Mr. Massey, side load recycling truck. And before Brad comes up, I screwed up.
Take your time.
Yeah, I know.
Minutes.
Oh, did I messed up?
No, Mr. Fetty was stating something about the minutes. I thought that's what you were alluding to.
Tommy's already out.
Oh, I forgot the minutes.
Yep, that's
Let's do those then. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting?
So move, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I was anxious to tell everybody I screwed up again.
I think you
Uh,
just think to try to get
You're only
on that
human.
bicycle.
Yeah. Anyway, we have a need. Our one-armed bandit, as everybody knows it, or calls it sidewinder, I don't know what we call it, side loader, is been down periodically, frequently, and Rodney can attest to that, of course. And when that happens, we have to put additional rear loader trucks out on the routes, which causes some issues or potential issues. Number one, the whole reason that the side loader was purchased was back in the day, there was a lot of, back issues, things like that. People having to throw these garbage cans. So it was a very wise decision, whoever made that back when they purchased their first one. Well, the need has come up that, in fact, we were not going to purchase a side loader according to the capital projects plan that Brad and Rodney had put forth, for another 2 years, I think. But during capital projects and budget talks this past month, it was decided that we needed to move up the one-armed bandit purchase, and a rear loader purchase would get moved back to year 25 or 24 or whatever it was. And so I said, hey, Brad, Rodney, let's go try to find one, And so I asked them to research it, and they came back, they had a couple quotes. And really, I jumped the gun. We have to bid that. We can bid it to the specs that we want, or we have. And we can get that done quickly. because time is of the essence on purchasing this truck and needing a truck. I don't know what lead times are now. Any idea what lead times if you were to order one?
450 days.
Over a year. So what I'm gonna recommend is I spoke with, legal before the meeting, is I would like to, take a list of specs that we need for this truck. But on there also, I would like to say that we would, they would have to provide delivery within 30 days.
We've already done that with Sourcewell, and what we've talked about before. You can
Okay.
buy anywhere from toilet paper to garbage trucks. So that's already done. We're with Sourcewell and OmniSource. They're both a purchasing co-op group that we are both partners with.
Okay?
So that, what you see is what you get. There's no less, no more. That's what it is.
That's the price?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, we still have to bid it because it's over a certain
Right.
amount according to the purchasing statute. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't realize that. We don't purchase those trucks all the
Right.
time. I should have done more research on it. But we want to get this turned around quickly. So what I'm asking is you guys to, I want to table this until, it's going to take us 30 days, or until the next August meeting, right?
Yeah.
We can get it done in the August meeting.
Okay.
But we're going to get the specs written with the time constraint on it and things like that, and we should be okay, I think.
Yeah, nobody screwed up. We're just stepping back and doing it the proper way, the most robust way. I think that these guys were looking at, essentially the prices seem to all be about the same. But by publishing it and having sealed bids, then we're in full compliance with the statute. Maybe we get some other prices. It doesn't look like there will be, but at least we've done our duty, put it out to the world, gotten the best prices we can, and then we'll know we can move forward. And I'll put it in the paper ASAP, and that way we can have it due the Friday before the August meeting and approve it at the August meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I just wanted to make you guys aware. I didn't get to talk to anybody before the meeting or anything about this, and I sort of jumped the gun on it because it was something we needed. And so anyway, we're gonna just take a quick step back and do it the right way and make sure we get it done the right way.
So, hearing you right, you're saying because it's such a substantial amount,
Yeah.
over a certain dollar amount, you have to go that route. It's not like how he can go out for state bids on regular.
Right, like on regular pickup
Right.
trucks. And I took for granted it was, but I should have realized,
I didn't
we
even
can't
give it
do
a
that
thought.
with ambulances and they're a
And fire apparatus.
$250,000 or fire truck. So, I mean, I should have
Right.
realized that, and I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, the number is 150, so most vehicles will be under it.
So it is
but-
150.
And that's why I came up with the ambulance, that's why it's coming up here. So we
Okay.
just wanna do things the best way, and we'll just circle back and tee it up again.
Okay.
Remind me again, the goal is to have two working.
Yeah, here, and let me go, yeah, the thing is, we don't have a backup for the one we have that is currently frequently going.
Yes, it is.
Nickel dining, I guess.
It's the same issue.
Call it that.
The floor, right, is the main issue with the
Everything.
current one? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's got
There's been hydraulic issues. the
chains.
floor.
Chains are tomorrow. We're redoing the chains tomorrow.
How
so.
old is that truck?
It was bought in 15.
Okay.
And I
But,
think,
you know, when it's being used nonstop, 4 days a week,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
you know, so what this is gonna do, but also, as we're gonna hear, recycling is coming on board. We're gonna need a more reliable, one-armed bandit.
Right.
And with having two of them, you know, if, as long as it allows us, we can use one, you know, for trash and one for recycling until one of them goes down, and then we have to use one for both, right?
And we're allowed to do that?
Yes.
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 Greendale does it every day. So.
Yeah,
They have one that does both?
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
We will, you know, we're looking out at, especially, as much as ours has been down, that, you know, we need to have a backup. And the thing is this, it'll solve a couple of problems, because if this one ends up just totally crudding out on us, I mean, then we've got something, and we're not messing with a rear loader for 450 days.
Right.
Once we get the new one, is there such a thing as rebuilding the old
Yes.
one to make it more dependable?
Yeah, he's done rebuilt it twice.
Recycling will be a lot easier on one of these trucks than trash, correct?
Correct.
We think?
We hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, apologize to you guys. I know, I didn't get to talk to you guys either before the meeting. And, you know, but we're gonna get it done, and we'll get it done the right way.
Okay. I appreciate it.
We'll make it happen.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
You bet. Okay, the next thing that we
You
got.
need a
we got-
motion to be, for that table, Mayor?
Yeah, let's get a motion to table the side load recycling truck.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That way we'll make sure it gets put on the next agenda.
Yes, please.
Okay, the next thing I just want to bring up before we bring Guinevere up is what we just got passed on by the USB. It was salary ordinance 7-2022. And what I'd like to do is get if there's any discussion in this meeting about that, I'll take it now. If no discussion, I'd like to get a motion to approve ordinance 7-2022 and get it approved, voted on and approved in one vote as long as it's unanimous tonight. So I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, guys. All right, Guinevere, you're up. Lawrenceburg Recycling Program launch.
Okay, I will try to keep this brief,
Oh, she'll
but
keep it brief.
I'll get cut off, the mic will go off. So Guinevere Bonschbach, Communications Director here for the City of Lawrenceburg. Thanks for having me tonight. I'm here for a Recycling Committee update. This is in part of the newly launched Lawrenceburg Recycling Program Initiative that Council, Mayor Milan, has invited us to create and get ready to launch here this year. We've been working on this since last year. It's been pretty amazing, a lot of progress that you're going to see. So I sent out information packets. This is broken down into two areas. You have first, just a heads up on what this community marketing launch collaboration and communications and our educational outreach progress has been, what we're working on, and where we're going, because a lot of moving parts have been part of this. You'll see also in your packet, starting in July, thank you for LMU's participation in all of our marketing outlets. You're going to start seeing in the community that we are rolling out our new Lawrenceburg recycling program. So we'll have a billing insert in July and August. Our community postcard outreach card will be launched as well. You'll start to see a billboard here on US 50. We have our kiosks that are updated tonight. After City Council, we'll have our website, which is going live with the announcement of the new trash and recycling collection schedule that's going to happen in September, as well as the Lawrenceburg recycling program, which is going to go live in September 6th as well. So we'll have a fact information sheet, Mythbusters. We have 2 public open house in opportunities to ask questions. They will both be at the Lawrenceburg Fire Departments, July 12th at the Fire Department on Bilby Road and July 13th on Tate Street between 6 and 7 p.m. We invite the public to attend. We have been working with our recycling committee, and again, I want to give a shout out to a lot of committee members who are here today, Councilman Justin Nuppert, Brad Massey, we have Michelle Cohn, Judy McAdams, myself, and Linda Mumphrey, who are part of that committee, working with our city attorney. We've been going over, everything from A to Z, including updated ordinance impacts, which will be unveiled later this year. So with the Lawrenceburg Recycling Program, all residents within the city of Lawrenceburg, city limits, that are in a residential home with under 6 units will receive a free 95-gallon recycling can. So it is green. We just took receipt of those recycling cans earlier or late last week, which was pretty exciting. Part of this whole initiative has been to create the brand strategy. So you see the nice big logo on these cans. They're vibrant, they're wonderful. Our city crews are going to save about $8,800 in assembly costs by assembling a couple of pieces onto the carts ourselves and distributing so that we don't have to have an outside source. The Lawrenceburg recycling program was sponsored by the city of Lawrenceburg, but it was also funded in part by the recycling committee, the recycling partnership with a $25,600 grant. So that was pretty amazing. It'll help sponsor some of the cost of the carts. We'll have 1,600 carts that we have ordered. It also helps with a portion of our marketing and community outreach, which is pretty awesome. Later this summer, we are also going to start and unveil recycling bags for our residents to make sure that everybody's included who live in apartments over 6 units and or condos. Later this year, September 6th, when we unveil and launch our new trash and recycling schedule, we're also going to create another drop-off location for recycling at the Beelby Road Lawrenceburg Fire Department, which is pretty amazing as well. So we have a very inclusive program. Again, we will be moving from twice weekly collection of trash to once weekly. The schedule has been announced as well, so we will have trash pickup on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday will be recycling, and then we will no longer pick up on holidays. This is effective September 6th of this year, okay? We have also partnered with Lawrenceburg Main Street. They're helping us with a billboard to help sponsor this community outreach, which is amazing. And did I mention that Michelle Cohn was also part of that committee, which is great. So you'll start to see within your packet, again, a very systematic rollout of the community message. There's a lot of information, so we don't want to overload everyone, but there's great information about acceptable recycling items, non-recyclable items, how to recycle, where to recycle. Again, that new trash and recycling schedule that's going to become effective September 6, 2022. And important reminders, expert recycling tips. We have Mythbusters. We have some pretty cool things coming out. You'll start to see the social media campaign as well, working with our regional partners. But then within your packet, you're seeing the sample of our marketing elements that we are unrolling. We'll have a fact sheet on our website for the community just to, find out all of those information questions at thinklawrenceburg.com. And then we'll also have, we were working with our internal staff to make sure that they're also able to answer all of the questions. Our crew at the Civil City Garage is going to be the main point of contact as we unroll this Lawrenceburg recycling program, which is pretty amazing, and we're in good hands there. So with each can for our city residents, when we start to unroll those, our Civil City crew is going to unroll those the last week of August, August 25th. With each can that goes to residents within the city limits of under 6 units or less, they will receive the can and an information packet. In each information packet, we'll have a welcome letter from Mayor Milan. We'll have a fact sheet, information that showcases what you can and can't recycle, and important reminders and where to get more information. So it's as inclusive as it can be and pretty ready to go. So any questions for me?
I don't have a question, but I will say I received my utility bill today.
Good.
I received that letter in it. It's very informational, and it's easy to understand as well. I think that if they take the time and read it, they'll understand how this whole process works, and I think it's a good thing.
That's perfect feedback, because we did have several edits throughout the process of this brand strategy, from carts to cans. Our community knows these garbage cans, recycling cans, not carts, so we had to go through and make sure everything was consistent. The logo, the rollout, Even our models that we are showcasing on some of our branding elements, you see a female with a small child. We want to make this as inclusive as possible, but a lot of opportunities. You're going to start to see some really cool pictures as well from our visit there at Civil City Garage when we got all of these carts, because it's just, it's stunning. The cans, see, we have to make sure we're consistent.
Politically
So, yes, but thank you for the feedback. Thank you for sponsoring the Lawrenceburg recycling program. It's going to be great.
I'm ecstatic.
Yes.
I
So,
gotta say, this committee, I don't think they left any stone unturned as far as trying to figure out what the best way to get the word out to the people. And people are gonna be flooded with it starting tonight, actually, and with their utility bills. But there's gonna be things for the next, leading up to September 6th. And, you know, questions, you should be able to, you know, get your answers, things like that. One thing I want to say is, and Brad can attest to this for sure, because, you know, we just had budget meetings this week and things, but I don't know that the public knows that we pay about $250,000 a year to landfill our garbage, okay? Now, what I think recycling is going to do, and at some point when it gets all the way ramped up, it could possibly cut that in about half. And then we also at some point will be starting to get paid for our recycling. So it's a win-win on both sides. So, and it's something that we as a community should have been doing for a while on the recycling, and just trying to be good stewards of the environment. But Greendale rolled it out, I think, 2 years ago now, Brad? 3 years ago?
I think 3.
And, you know, I think they have a pretty successful program out there now, and no reason, you know, we can't have the same thing in Lawrenceburg. So thanks for leading that committee, Guinevere, but thanks for all the committee members and things like that for helping, and I can't wait to get started, really, so.
Mayor, if I may, I was speaking with Councilman Noppert a time or two about this. It sounds like this has been pretty in-depth, and we greatly appreciate what you guys did.
Yeah.
There's more to it than what we know. That's for sure. I mean, you
I
guys
agree.
really did your due diligence there, and and you know, the ordinance that you're looking into and everything. There was a lot to it, and we greatly appreciate it. We really do.
great team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I got another item on the, under new business, donation committee recommendation. Any questions regarding that? Just had the one. If no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve the donation committee recommendation.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And I just got notified yesterday, Mr. Logan Lawrence would like to get May 7th of 2023 on the calendar for the ALS car show. So I thought I'd bring it up tonight. Can I get a motion to accept that?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And I take it that would be a Sunday as well, correct, Mayor?
Yes, I think it's the first Sunday in May.
It is
Yes.
Sunday, next Sunday's Mother's Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget that. Okay, I have no other new business for council. I have no old business tonight. Anyone have anything?
I've got one thing that I
Yes.
should have brought up earlier. The alleyway from William Street to High Street. You know what I mean, behind Proof 124 and
Yes.
the post office. I'm getting a lot of complaints from neighbors that the alley's being blocked all the time by parked cars. I've asked the police chief to ticket them or ask them to move, but there's a lot of turnover there, I guess, and people don't know and they keep parking there. So could we put up some no parking signs in that alley?
Yeah, but I'll get Chief Snyder to also make sure it's on their route as well.
Is it employees, you think, parking there?
That's what I was wondering. Is it?
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't want to go into that, but yeah,
Well,
that's what it
it's
is.
fine, I mean, yeah, I understand. Because it would be awful odd that the public would be parking back here, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, why would you do that when there's?
I'll talk to the owner of Proof as well, Tony.
Okay. And they do it right there at the three-ways, so nobody
Yeah,
can
I got you.
turn.
Yeah. Yep. That's not a problem.
Alrighty.
All right. Any other old business, guys? I just didn't want to forget to remind folks, a week from Saturday is the bike race downtown. By far, I think it's the best event we put on, but.
Lenny on a tricycle, it's gonna be
Lenny on a
hilarious, guys.
tricycle, You can't, nobody wants to miss that.
No.
Right, Lenny?
Yeah.
It's Mr. Fryman's day in the barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I
So
guess I have to
anyway,
take one for the team.
Yeah. Any comments from the audience? You like your new apartment, Lee?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Good.
Mine's really good shape. Real
Good. Now they can get the rest of them done, that'd be
Yeah, I'm all
great.
done
right?
now. Sure.
All right, if no other comments, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So move.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming.